Welcome back to virtual reality. My name is Thomas and you are watching VoodooDE VR. In the last few days I've spent many hours in VR and played Zenith, the currently popular virtual reality MMO. I was able to visit all areas and also reach the maximum level of 40. In this video I will show you whether I like the game and what I would improve. All information about the game, price, platforms and play position can be found in the description below. Thank you to my sponsors VoodooDE VR, Opperman Events, Virtual Escape, Slim Beats and JN Design Media. If you also want to support me and spread VR, have a look under the video in the first pinned comment. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
VoodooDE.
Zenith is a VR MMO that features a large open world with plenty to do. You can accept and complete quests, fight opponents and bosses, cook many different dishes, explore the world with its many different areas, loot and craft better items and discover hidden things, or just hang out with your friends and do nonsense. The game is available for all platforms, Oculus, PlayStation VR and SteamVR. The game also supports crossplay, so if your friend has a PSVR, another friend has a Valve Index and you have a quest, you can still play together. After you have chosen a server, you can change at any time and still be able to continue playing in your guild, and with your character you start creating the character. Unfortunately, there are relatively few options for customizing your character. Only a few hairstyles, skin color and a few details can be changed. The Blade Master and the Essence Mage can currently be selected as class. Both classes are divided into damage, tank and healing, which you can all level up individually with the same character, each with their own skill tree. As a Blade Master, you act directly in the action because you have two swords that you can use in close combat. As the Essence Mage, you fight with spells and ranged weapons from a distance. The skills are used by the so-called God Stones, which can also be looted and level up in the world. They can be triggered by various gestures and movements, sometimes combined with pressing a button on the VR controller. Here I noticed that every now and then the abilities don't trigger despite correct handling, but that wasn't a big problem overall. Personally, I leveled up to level 40 with the Blade Master. I really enjoy the melee combat here. By the way, a new class, the Cyber Ninja, has already been announced and will be released in 2022. It is said to be a mix of magic and technology. Once you get in the world of Zenith, you get a very short tutorial, but that doesn't explain all the things you can do in Zenith. It is therefore a bit confusing, especially when it comes to the skills and their functions. Here it is advisable to ask the really nice community. After the tutorial, you end up in the starting city, the Nexus district. Here you also get the first quests that send you out in the world. All in all, the quests are unfortunately rather uninspired. Mostly you will be sent to kill opponents, visit certain points to unlock the fast travel point there, or to collect certain items. This is then repeated in each new area. Exceptions such as flipping switches at crazy heights, cooking quests or flying through rings are nice but pretty rare. Unfortunately, some main quests such as the Pirate King are so hard that you can hardly do them alone. So the balancing needs to be improved a bit here. There are also a few group quests, sometimes under time pressure, that you have to do together with your friends. Around the world there are also some world events that you can participate in. This is also about killing opponents, defending points or collecting items. All this is under time pressure. Overall, there are also far too few quests, Once you have completed the main quests in the new area, you are usually not even halfway to the next level, so you have to grind a lot to be able to accept the new quests. They really have to implement much more quests. However, this is already planned by the developers. Getting around in Zenith is one of the highlights of the game. You can climb, jump, swim and even fly at virtually any point as long as your energy allows. This is incredibly fun and you can reach every imaginable place in the game. If you are standing on an abyss, just spread your hand and glide through the world. There are various functions that require different, more difficult but more precise flight controls. However, flying and climbing can also get you to places that are not intended. Either textures are missing here or you slip through the world and fall to your death. You can improve your energy supply by looking for the so-called Amara's tears, which are placed all over the world. Finding these is really fun as they are sometimes hidden in impossible places like high in the air or on building ceilings. Sometimes it takes many attempts to reach a tier. So far, the only professions in Zenith are collector and cook. In the world you will find many fruits that you pull from the ground and find on trees. You need these to cook a wide range of dishes. There are also some cooking quests that you can accept from the NPC Brim in the Nexus district. The cooking happens in an absolutely great fun mini cooking game. You can set up a cooking station at any point in the world via the menu and cook your dishes there with recipe instructions, which will then give you more health or other bonuses. If you want to upgrade your items or create new items, this is done at different stations in the game. For this you also have to collect certain materials for certain item levels, which you get from events or find in chests that are placed around the world. The world of Zenith is big and varied. You visit many different areas such as farms, forests, jungles, deserts, coasts and industrial looking areas. The enemies are different in each area. Overall, the graphics make a rather simple impression. Many textures are muddy and some environments are too empty. But overall, the atmosphere in the game is very good. The interface in the game is relatively intuitive, but there are still a few bugs and missing features. Lists such as the guild list cannot be scrolled, some quests are not displayed at all or incorrectly on the map or the compass, and the quest text sometimes appears too far to the left out of sight. The quick slots in which you can pack cooked dishes are also not really useful in this position, since you often have a noodle soup in your hand instead of a sword during the battle. For people who suffer from motion sickness, the developers have integrated various functions such as a vignette that displays when there is a movement or a third-person view. Overall, there are still many glitches and bugs in the game. Even when walking around normally, you sometimes fall through the world or something strangely float through the air. The interface sometimes causes problems and some quests can sometimes not be accepted or handed in or do not count. It is also annoying that you are extremely slowed down when moving downhill and the character, who usually is very quick, seems to be ultra slow. In addition, a lot of grinding is required to level up. Unfortunately, once you reach level 40, there isn't that much to do at the moment. You can then continue farming materials to craft your legendary armor or weapons, or try to find all the tiers or level up another subclass. There are no dungeons, raids or other endgame content yet. Group and guild functions are also virtually non-existent. you are only in the list or you can use voice chat. However, the game is still in the early access phase and is already running very stable and good for a VR MMO. The developers are now in the process of preparing and gradually introducing many different functions. Personally, I've had a lot of fun with the game so far. I've rarely spent so many hours in a VR game. The price of 25 to 30 bucks, depending on the platform, are worth their money in my opinion. There is no monthly subscription fee. How do you like the game? What do you like or dislike about Zenith? And what suggestions do you have for the future of the game? Write it in the comments below. It would also be awesome if you subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE